microphone. Hi, everyone. It's me, Johnny, the host of this amazing episode. We might finish Snatcher. Maybe.
Looks like we're gonna. We don't have a lot left in this guide.
I'm here with Bim Jenks.
Hello.
And, let's see, Vathu Manzant?
Pretty bad attempt, but you made the attempt, so you can be proud of that.
Thank you.
Hi, hello, welcome to the Square Roots Gaming Wednesday night stream. I'm your host, fuck you, Johnny, Matthew Van Zant, and below me is Johnny Quagmire Brandon.
Below me?
And below him is Jimmy Big Schlong Banks. This is all men's boys feed for dudes, but ladies are welcome to. Come hang out,
Hey, it's
Have a good
Samu.
time. Hello, Chris. Hello, Samu.
Oh, I don't have the chat open.
I have a different guide now. It's the same guide, but I think it's all the pages.
Yeah. Samu,
It is. I had downloaded the PDF of the guide.
And it was missing a page, and he's like, okay, now Mika's being held hostage. And I'm like, this isn't what's happening, Matt.
Yeah, it definitely was not just missing a page. It was missing several pages, which I found very strange.
Why would anyone put that on the internet? They're trying to do
This
you
might
a
be
trick.
missing pages, too. I don't know.
I love the art in this game so much. I wish it wasn't so weirdly... Like, I am a little disappointed
It's just
in
a 90s game.
Yeah.
That's right, Artie. We got, hopefully, the last week of Snatcher right here for your viewing pleasure. Hello, Artie.
This is a Snatcher stream now. All we do
jorking
is play
it,
Snatcher.
is what Samu said. We jorking it.
Mhm.
Oh.
Here's my gun. Matt, do you see my guns on the YouTube?
Not really, because I have the guide open that you demand that I keep open.
You're right.
Now you also want me to be looking at the YouTube. It's fine. I'm going to split my screen so I can see us both.
Hello, Vanessa.
Oh, yeah, rock those guns.
Hey, it's Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
Vanessa, I promise nothing problematic will happen in this chunker whatsoever.
No.
Look
This
at...
game is heavy,
text.
cornier than heavy metal FAKK2.
What's that?
Yeah, what's FAKK?
It's a man taxi. The driver's behind the wheel.
I'm sure everything's fine with that.
Investigate building. It's sealed off to prevent snatchers from spreading. The building is no longer
I
inhabited.
don't remember why we're here.
We were in the hospital.
Yeah.
And we used the sewer exit, and that's how they were getting around. And remember, we came out of a toilet. No, a bathtub, not a toilet.
We did?
You know what, Chris? I think I remember that. Holy
Okay.
shit. Yeah, we were in the Snatcher hospital and we found the bodies of all the Snatchers that we've killed so far. The real bodies of the people they snatched. I'm gonna have to look that up, Chris. That one is hitting like a memory. Because I like that Heavy Metal 2000 movie.
All
The
you can
original
do is
less
go
so.
forward, Gillian. All right, move to ride
Got
in
a very
taxi.
Kathy trailer song. Interesting.
All right, let's board the taxi.
Samu said
Ooh, look at
it's good to
this.
see that we're still playing go through mazes.
Is this guy gonna be a snatcher? Is he gonna turn around and have a robot face?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, catchy. Sorry, Artie.
Where to, sir? This is a manned cab. I can take you anywhere you want to go. Sorry, I've been playing too much Enchanted Arms. Jim, you stay away from Matthew. You're a bad influence on him.
Oh my god. Can we please stop talking about Jim's arm? I'm so tired of talking about Jim's arm.
My arm? Is there an option for Japanese voices? Because the English voice acting is so bad. Especially Atsuka. He's a bad actor. Who that guy should not be a voice actor. Junker headquarters, eh? What would you want to go there for? Something going down?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's like a Tomb Raider like.
We're in a
Fuck, I do
hurry.
remember this game.
Is this some
Awesome.
kind of a joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a man taxi, I can't go to a place like that. Metal, I think we picked a weird taxi.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's a medium height and medium build. This is a... what?
Oh,
Use
sorry.
Metal Gear. Look. Look with your eyeballs.
Polarizing film has been placed on the rearview mirror.
Oh, we're not supposed to interfere with each other's business. Tell destination. I'm a junker. Take me to junker headquarters and do so quickly. Afraid not. You're going somewhere else. You want to know where that is? Hell?
Hell!
Straight to hell. It is hell. Oh shit!
Yeah!
No, it's a junker. Or no, it's a
Snatcher!
snatcher.
Oh no! Shoot him! Bang!
Wow, one shot.
Wow.
Oh no, right through the fucking forehead.
Now,
Artie, I'll have to look that up after the stream,
Jeez.
but I will.
He made it through that explosion. Was waiting for us out here.
Vanessa wanted you to pull his ponytail. Sammy wanted you to
Control
kiss him.
of the city. There's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop him before that.
and to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay
I
back
know.
my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
Let's just throw the
This is
body
the
out.
scariest game I've ever played.
It's
Did
really
this like
scary.
disturb you as a young man, Johnny? Did it scare you to get the jump scare from the
Yeah,
Snatcher?
did you throw up?
I think I kind of suspected.
Did you pee?
I assumed that I suspected it.
Whoa, there's a Sega building in Neo
Yeah.
Tokyo or whatever this is.
And an ASCII building.
I hope Mika and Harry are safe. All right, Metal, this is it. The final showdown. Are you ready? Let's go.
This is gonna be a 10-minute stream.
Oh, good.
I just want to say for everybody out there that's, you know, the viewers, the chat, the listeners, we haven't recorded our Enchanted Arms episode yet. We'll record that tomorrow night. If you are the type of person that feels like they have to play along or doesn't like to listen to games they haven't played, disregard that feeling, because I feel like this season is going to be fucking fun.
And
Because
bonkers.
Enchanted Arms is next level bonkers, and it starts disc 3 crazy. Like, it is already one of the wildest things I've ever experienced.
The shutter on the reception booth is closed.
Yep, Jim's Enchanted Arms.
Look at shutter. This is a protective shutter for the reception booth. Automatically lowered in times of danger.
Oh
I can't
no,
wait
I
to
hope
I can't wait to talk
Jennifer-
about Pizza Golem.
Oh my god, Pizza Golem.
Uh-oh.
I hope Jennifer, fucking Veronica or whatever her name is okay in her little tomb that they've created for her. Creepy box that you work in slammed shut.
Gotta
Vanessa said Pizza Golem is everything to me.
I love Pizza Golem. or the clown. It's clown time.
Oh, the clown's good too, but the Pizza Golem was the one that made me like freak
He
out.
says,
Like,
if you're
what's
hungry,
happening?
you can eat my face.
Okay, go inside. Okay.
Jay, hi Jay. Jay said Snatcher. I hardly know her.
Hey.
Has anyone said that yet? I would say no. Let's just go with no. You know, you're the first. You got it.
A few holes in the shield, no doubt caused by blaster or cannon fire. Then it's Snatchers who did this. No
Who
fucking
else
duh.
could be firing cannons?
She's got to be in there, right?
I mean, she's probably dead in there. I don't know.
Look at booth. Can this be open from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be open from the outside.
I like that you're trying to mimic Metal
Yeah.
Gear's voice.
If it has emergency signal,
We have to look for an emergency
Yeah, my
external
sentence fell
connection
apart
port. Okay, let's
How do you-
investigate. Metal, find this external connection jack. I said port, Gillian. Here we
Chris
are.
has a good question, which is why do they need to open it if she's safe in there until they deal with the Snatcher?
I have located an emergency external connection port on the side of the booth. With this, I will be able to open the shutter. All right.
Isn't our character, didn't we hypothesize that at the end he will, in fact, also be a Snatcher?
Johnny has pretty clearly said that that's not going to be the case.
He's not a
Oh.
Snatcher.
But I do think his wife is at least a Snatcher. Hi, Owen. And how do I feel about George Pickens? You know what? Like, pretty good. Hope that it works out.
What am I
Fingers
supposed to do?
crossed.
All right, we have to open the booth in order to open the main door. All right, investigate. Shutter. Okay, we have to open this. Look. Shutter. Yeah.
The music in this game continues to fucking slap.
Yeah. Shutter. Okay.
Hello, Andy.
I guess I need to Let me look. I'm gonna do things one by one. Something attack this place. The shutter of the reception booth is closed. Meek is still in the booth.
Can you just not like knock and be like, hello?
Now plugging in to the emergency external connection port.
You
voice-
still haven't plugged into it yet? Oh my gosh.
Releasing
Your Metal
lock
Gear voice
mechanism.
needs to be a little more robo, you know?
Now opening the shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
Is she gonna be changing?
Shut up.
And she'll be in her
little robot
bra.
dork.
Oh, God.
Oh no, she's alive.
Is she?
Mika! Mika, are you all right?
She's bleeding
Metal,
from the
how is
eye,
she?
which seems
Her
bad.
pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her
Ooh,
forehead.
Samu's
and they are
got
not
that new
serious.
switch on the
There's
way.
been no
That's
significant
exciting.
blood loss.
Ooh.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian?
Everyone's a snatcher.
Mika, what happened?
Yep, Andy, the Snatchers are the baddies. If you need a
Is she a
recap, this
Snatcher
is
too?
Blade Runner, but
So
really
he's finally
stupid.
shown his true colors.
And the
Harry,
Snatchers
Harry's-
are
What's
the
happened to
Blade
Harry?
Runner.
Harry
No, what
put
were
me
they
in the
called?
pod and sealed the main door.
They were
He locked
the-
Snatcher in.
That was smart.
I don't know.
Not even a snatcher can get through this.
The robots.
So
The
where's
robot
Harry?
men.
Yeah.
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he
Oh,
went in.
he trapped
Gillian, please help him.
the Snatcher inside,
Mika, open
and
the door. I'm
then
going
put
in.
her in this booth.
The chief did?
No, Harry did. Harry's the
careful.
good guy.
That snatcher could
Oh,
be hiding
Harry's the
chief is the
mechanic,
Snatcher?
right?
Harry's the bearded guy.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
Chief
you got
is
it,
the
Andy.
Snatcher.
It ain't complicated. They are the robots from Blade Runner, except they look like Terminators on the inside, which is fun. Thank you, Owen Replicants.
Oh no,
Vanessa said
Harry!
Vanessa said, "Oh no."
Oh,
Vanessa said she's gonna try to hold her head very still and only move her mouth and eyes when she speaks, just like Jillian.
that hat, Harry. There's only one other person in the office.
Harry.
His bright red MAGA hat. That must be Harry.
Is that you? I'm getting old. Just
Give
look
me
at
liberty or give me death.
What happened?
I'm 45.
I
Don't tread on me. He didn't have a gray hair on his fucking body, so.
and that weird picture in his
Ooh,
office.
more like Samu Switchell. Good one, Owen.
Metal. How is he? Metal.
I do not wish to say.
Really? That bad, huh?
Gillian. Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
What?
Enough, Harry. I understand. Metal.
Well, you know I'm a robot, so I guess I'll rip my face off so you can see that I'm a robot.
Harry.
Gillian's like,
you'll
are you gonna be okay? Like, buddy, his
Doesn't
intestines are
look like
piled
you're
up next to
hurting
you.
too bad. This will work out perfect. You
We'll be
always
best
working
friends.
Too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest
I
up?
think that whatever
Yes,
eye
sure.
infection,
Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body.
what's her face had,
I
the
know, I-
secretary had, has been passed to Gillian because now his eyes are shaking.
They're tearing
Yeah, it's
up.
a little quiet, John. The game is
Oh, okay.
kind of a bit quiet.
I will
I
increase.
don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you.
There you go.
That's better.
I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little.
Wait. Can you turn it back
What
down?
I can
What?
remember.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
You don't want to hear this?
What
amazing-
is-
Hang in there.
What
Hey,
is
you and
this
I were gonna go out and
conversation?
try it on, remember?
You see, since I was a young man, I've felt very awkward and anxious around other people.
Me and Jean.
Don't call an ambulance. I'll be fine. I'm dying.
Metal. Quiet.
Ooh, Samu, good question. Johnny, have you tried kissing him?
Lived my
Not yet.
life alone. I didn't know my parents or family.
What the
So
fuck?
Stubborn, glued to my research. I.
Well, they were
never
killed
really
before he was born.
trusted anybody.
No, I get that, Johnny. It's why is he telling us this as he's bleeding
Oh,
out on the
God.
ground?
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Continuing to fall.
Well, you know that means he's dead.
Harry?
Blood in the mouth.
After
Yep.
Jean died, I
Oh my
felt
god, he's still talking.
human warmth, companionship.
I know what
Another
you mean.
great question. This one
Yeah, I
from Chris Sasaki. What is his research? I don't know. I
On
thought he was the
Snatchers.
fucking janitor.
No, he's the engineer.
For 50 years.
Is he wearing like? Oh no, I thought he was like wearing a turtleneck.
It kind of makes him look like he has big jugs in this angle.
It does.
He's wearing a really like peach-colored turtleneck under that purple jumper.
Looks like.
You know, they could have done some first aid here. Just talking for a
Yeah.
long
It's
time.
up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished.
Like,
You
they're not even
won't
trying to
forget
do
this
emergency
old
first aid.
grouch, will ya?
Well, the robot told him not to bother, so I mean that's what you can expect in the future. Robots determining whether you get to live or die.
It's just like the death panels in Canada's
Yeah.
healthcare system,
Yep.
You're the last
according to your
junker.
president.
I don't know who that is.
Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
He's
Hello, Hayden.
dead.
Cunningham! No!
Wow.
I'll
Acting.
you for this!
We have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Oh yeah.
Great music.
You don't have time for grieving, but you've got time to listen to that guy's fucking monologue about how he grew up on the coast and the trees
Yeah.
were so beautiful in the spring and the water at the beaches are so the coast is so
Yes,
nice.
sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that.
I never felt like I fit in, but you know, I came here and I buried myself in my research and I met a nice woman or man, and let me tell you about them. And this morning for breakfast I had oats,
You know,
rolled oats. I'm dying.
I
I'll be
wasn't
done in a
sure
moment.
if Matt was just talking like normal Matt for a bit. Now I figured out that.
You realized that it was Harry talking?
that you were doing a Harry impression.
No.
All right, where's the chief's office?
This is where you got to look at that picture.
Well, I
Or did you
already
already do that?
I've looked at that picture like 80 times. Nothing unusual outside. Under sofa. Nothing under the sofa. Under desk. Not here. Alright, motion detector. Okay, let's move to...
Matt, Vanessa said she hopes that you did have rolled oats for breakfast because that's a great choice that will help keep you regular.
Alright, search. Behind work table.
What are you looking for? The Snatcher?
chief, yeah. Under desk. Doesn't look like there's any snatchers here. Okay. Ceiling fan's the only thing that's moving. Let's go to the shooting range.
Hairy butt.
Motion detector. Okay. Well, let's double check in the booth shadows. No snatchers here. Inside the booth. Okay. Above the booth.
Are we on a Snatcher hunt?
Yeah, we're on a snatcher hunt. Alright, let's go to the detective room.
What was that?
I don't know. Cool sound. Motion detector. Okay, is he in the locker? Ah!
Ah,
Okay, is he under the desk? Is he under the far desk?
ooh. If I was a Snatcher, whose life would I snatch?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What about Jasper, the computer? Jordan?
I don't know that I would snatch Jordan.
No, I'm sorry, I'm wondering.
Who would you snatch, John?
Yeah, John, who would you snatch?
If I was a snatcher and I could snatch anyone, how about like that super hot power lifter, Eddie Hall? I could make him like not
would
suck.
Oh yeah, so you would snatch him and like improve his
Political
attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samu said Jim would snatch Sora from his least favorite game.
You know what, Vanessa? I would probably snatch Raul Coley. Seems like a cool guy.
Go through all the rooms one more time. All right, Chief's office.
And I would love to look in the mirror and see Raul Coley every day.
Uh-oh, there's something on the ceiling.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy. What could that be?
Investigate.
Somebody threw some spaghetti on the ceiling.
There was no stain like this a few moments ago. The stain was
Better
not
search.
there before.
Is this real life that they're gonna make you bend
Look under
over
the
backwards
desk
before
again.
you're allowed to look up?
It's blood. It's dripping from the ceiling. Investigate. Stain. Appears that blood is dripping from the ceiling. Should we look up?
So it would appear.
Investigate. Stain on desk. Yes, blood is dripping from the ceiling. All
It
right.
sure
search.
is.
Ceiling.
Oh, there we go.
Why don't we investigate
Why
the
don't we?
ceiling? All right, I'm gonna be looking up in 5
Here we go.
seconds. 4, 3,
You have to
2,
shoot.
1. Is there anything on the ceiling? Oh!
Oh my god.
Snatcher!
Cunningham!
Oh, you shot him good.
The lighting
Yeah,
control system has
just
been
one-shots
destroyed.
everything in this game.
Well, I turned out
I
the
think you
lights.
put it on easy
Distance to
mode.
motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has
Wait,
been activated.
so he ran away?
Wait, so shooting that
Can we
one
find him
light
again?
source
We
turned
should go
off
after
the
him
entire
immediately.
lighting?
We'll find him. We know he's
Yeah, they're like
Fragile,
Christmas lights.
fragile lighting system.
The
They're like
Snatcher has
Christmas
been
lights.
wounded.
You break
We
one
should
and
look for
one
traces of
one
blood.
blows and it's over.
All right. Move. Let's go to the engineering room. We're gonna look for traces of blood.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be hard with everything.
I don't see any blood.
Well, blood stain.
But wait, there's a blood stain.
No, there's no blood
Oh,
stain.
no blood.
Okay, let's go to detective's room.
Yes,
search.
Vanessa, that Snatcher was gonna wait until you looked. He really wanted that jump scare. That was the most telegraphed jump scare ever.
All right, shooting range. Search for bloodstain. So I was pretty sure I at least winged him. What was above the booth? All right, let's go to the computer room.
Hayden said, I think the Snatchers have been installing the wiring.
Move.
No Snatcher in here either?
Hallway. Damn, where is he hiding?
Oh no, what if they snatched Harry and are just laying there pretending
Where?
to be him?
So there's rooms you haven't checked.
Yeah, maybe I need to do more than just look for blood stains. Now, let's check the front.
Yeah.
You never know. The main door is sealed off when we came in. We've checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's go take a look.
The
Where's
main door has
Mika?
been opened. Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod. What happened? Don't move.
Sammy asked if
Speed.
Guy Ritchie directed this.
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself. I'm
Whoa.
No.
I don't need to run or
No?
hide from
May
you.
not walk across
Where
my
do you get the
laptop.
chains? I guess they are a police station.
I mean, he's like a Hellraiser.
Do
Just
police
need to
stations have
Move.
chains?
Trap.
Yes.
I mean, those aren't just
Shackles.
You
handcuffs.
cowardly.
Handcuffs?
Mika, why did you open the
I don't know,
entrance?
maybe Canadian police stations
I
are
don't
different.
know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But
Yeah.
you better be a pretty good shot.
better
or
be
this
a-
kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Mika,
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Oh no, Junker.
Nice.
Okay, I can't get him there.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nice.
What is he supposed to be
Oh.
doing?
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta hit him in the head, I think.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Whoa, don't shoot her in the tummy.
No.
Shoot him in the mouth.
Nice.
No, no. Okay, now he's eating ass. Get out of here, dude.
Oh, you did it.
I want to see some gore. Oh. that wasn't
Whoa.
very good.
Robo-Gore.
His face is all melty.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Wanna do
Thank
some
you.
hand stuff?
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
On it. On it.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Crane's hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We
Samu
had
said,
programs
"Let's keep those
operating
chains
throughout the city,
on."
More than you can imagine.
There's
Now
more?
our plans will move into phase 2.
Fuck.
For that,
I hope
we
there's a
will
Snatcher 2 to
enlist
tie up all the
help
loose
from
ends from
Professor
Snatcher 1.
Rain.
We haven't even finished it. You don't know if there's
You?
loose ends.
Your existence is meaningless.
Oh, I thought this was the
as
ending.
long as you don't get your memory back.
Aw, damn it.
Good luck,
We are on the last page of the guide.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
He couldn't speak like that before because we shot him in the voice and it changed his voice.
People have to die.
Vanessa said, so he took her to use as a meat shield, and then instead of hiding behind her, he did a little peekaboo dance around her, which is...
I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the
No, his problem is he doesn't have a gun.
Oh,
All he's got is a
yeah.
mouth laser, so...
I forgot. We don't know who
Just begin.
Modnar is, do we?
Not yet.
No. Who could it be, Jim?
It could be anyone.
I don't know.
I bet it's Jamie, your wife.
Yes.
Or possibly
Yeah.
the 15-year-old girl.
I like that.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll
Jamie.
connect you.
Gillian,
Oh, she's got
I've
the
got
eye
my memory
disease.
back. I remember everything.
There's Snow
Your
9
memory.
going on.
So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone.
No, you can't.
So
Better off
thanks for
never
calling.
remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian.
Is it snowing?
I can't
He
tell
says.
you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy?
Our
Who?
boy?
Professor Modnar is here too.
Jamie, what
Oh,
are you talking
no.
about?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Snatcher.
Oh, shit.
Gillian.
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin.
The Kremlin?
Now, I suggest
What?
you avoid doing anything foolish. Professor Seed.
Professor?
Professor Seed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the end of Act 2. Oh, I guess we
How
got
is
a
that
whole
the
act.
end of Act 2?
We got a whole act left.
Dude, it's one page and it is 4 parts. This is going to go fast. And I know that we're on the last one. Because...
And
it's-
you're not
it's-
missing any pages for sure.
No. No, I'm not. Because the top of the page is the hostage situation we just got. There are 4 parts to this, whereas the other ones were like 20 parts. Yeah. Is it snowing where you are, or is that cocaine? Are you with Scarface? John, did your game crash?
The start of this year's
Act
Summit
3,
just 3
jump.
hours away. The delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll
What's
of
a
domestic
Ryudo
and
personality?
international opinion carried out just last week shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
But they're in the Kremlin. Don't you understand?
I don't-
Phase 2?
Now that the chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely
Look at the way
concerned
Metal
about
Gear is
Snatcher
sitting on the desk with his little chicken foot poking out.
Who is building these Snatchers?
3 months ago,
Well, that's the
government pressure
question.
on Junker
Is
operations
it Professor
increased
Modnar?
dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
That's Modnar.
Our chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and
no.
FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
I
3
think I could
hours,
just
eh?
put this controller down.
Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
Yeah,
If we don't,
Samu said it's
we and
Kojima,
everybody
2-hour
else in this
cutscene on the
state
end
are
credits, and
Yeah.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a
Andy said, I guess we're headed to Russia.
Cut out.
We have
I'm
to
gonna go to the
Snatcher's
bathroom.
headquarters
Tell me what
before then.
happened. I'll be right back.
Gillian, can you
Okay.
do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be
don't
able
forget to
manage
turn your
something.
camera off and shut your bathroom door. Oh god, I hope he muted himself. About to get gross. Oh, Ryudo from Grandia, you're right,
What
Samu.
about the memory of that Snatcher who was
You
impersonating
guys
the
were
chief?
talking about. I heard he was talking about FF8, so I was like, who was Ryudo?
It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Metal,
I don't know what's going
what
on in
about
this game
tracing
anymore.
that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no.
Oh, they're
good.
tracing the call.
Didn't last long enough. Still. It
Oh, we can't
definitely
trace the
did
call.
come from the
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian,
Didn't they tell him?
can't you remember
They
anything
told- yeah,
at
they-
all? Didn't
they
Jamie
told
say
us.
something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I
Oh
sent
no,
to
what if
Junker
his son is a
headquarters? Where
snatcher?
did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well,
All right, what'd I miss?
Nothing.
really.
Literally nothing.
Metal!
They
all right.
can't trace the phone
Keep
call.
on, you are the highest-ranking officer
What
here.
phone call?
You knew all along?
Of course.
The phone call
Where
from
was
his
he rescued
ex-wife.
from?
Oh, okay.
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More
Ooh.
precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
That's weird.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is
What
a
is this
photograph of the
world?
bunker.
Where is Neo Kobe
There is
that
no
they're
record
hanging
of
out
when
in
they
Moscow?
stayed.
It's in
addition,
Japan.
The third pod was empty. at the
Moscow's
time
in
you were
Japan?
discovered.
No,
Holy
Neo Kobe
shit.
is.
3 pods?
3
You were
pods.
revived and taken into custody by the army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence.
Wait,
Little nerd.
Harry is your son?
That's Harry's picture.
What?
When he was a kid.
What? What?
How do you
That's
know
correct.
that's Harry?
What?
Harry is Gillian
You
and
saw this
Gillian's
picture
son.
earlier.
It's been confirmed
Oh.
by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information gained
What?
from the photo, it was established
What?
that you are
Now
Gillian Seeley
he's
and your wife,
super-
Jamie Lorraine.
Oh, now we
Both of
shouldn't
you
have
are
made
in
out,
No.
I guess.
He
Born in
said,
the
Jamie
late
said they have our
1960s.
boy.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
Whoa.
But what does that have to do
Whoa,
with
that's
the
not
Snatchers?
that impressive
When the
of a time
17th
skip.
Special Investigative
No, it's
Force
really
was
not.
bringing the two of
I
you
don't know.
out,
I think that's
there
pretty
was
cool.
an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched,
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
that's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned
Your
to Junker
amnesia was
headquarters.
caused by
The hope
freezer
was that
burn,
exposure to the
said
Snatchers would
Chris.
help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So
I
Gillian and
reject
Jamie are the
everything that's
only
happening
living
right now.
witnesses?
Harry?
Harry is not your fucking son. How does that even make sense?
No.
'Cause
it was
they had a
highly
kid
classified
before-
information. He was never told.
I guess that makes sense why
I was never able
he
to
like
do anything for him.
unloaded
it?
on us.
Did he
Wait a
know?
minute, Gillian.
No, he
Didn't
didn't.
Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
Yeah, who's the boy?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find
What?
the headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all
So
through
she thinks
again.
the son's
We
still
may get
alive
some
and
kind
still
of
a
hint
child.
out of it.
You're right. There may be some
Oh,
clue
his
in the way
ex-wife,
they're
you mean?
operating.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
So they
over
don't
what
have
we
like
know
a
about them.
boy that they're like, we have a boy.
We have a boy. First of all,
They're not like showing her a boy.
what's the Snatcher's weak point? Okay, their weak point is ultraviolet.
Sun's rays.
Well, but these are the same thing, aren't they?
Pick your poison. I don't know.
Alright, I'll go. This is the Snatcher's weak point? That's correct. Their weak point is their
Nice.
defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanocytes in the stratum basal of their skin, which becomes cancerous. Specifically,
Vanessa, this is a JRPG, so they're all 21 at most.
I think they're in their 20s.
Except for Harry, who was 30, and therefore an old man.
That's right. And the reason that they were so limited as to why they can be out. They can only come out at night in the middle of winter and wear sunscreen even then.
Okay, it's recap time,
Yep.
gang.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
remember each game or each act was a different game release back in the PC 88 days, and that's why it starts with a recap.
Oh.
Can you imagine buying a game and it was just like 2 hours of this?
Because they were stuck in cryogenic sleep for 50 years?
Yeah.
Which, that really does not add up. So Harry was 55?
Something like that. Yeah.
So they were cryogenically
I mean,
frozen,
he
but
aged
Harry
well.
wasn't.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
he looked good.
But they said there were 3 pods, so who was in the
Yeah,
third
what's
pod?
up with that other
Random.
pod? Is it Modnar?
Yeah, I assume it's
Modnar.
Modnar. How ironic. Turns out the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. But the ozone layer's fine. We fixed it after the Montreal Protocol thing.
Was Harry dyeing his hair red like that? Because neither his mother or his father are gingers.
His father has, like, I guess they think brown plus blonde equals red.
Yes, Vanessa. Harry is the dead ginger with the maggot cap.
So what method were they using to
Snatcher.
move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? Well, they were using the black taxi.
Underpass.
Oh, is it underpass?
Yes.
Okay, because they had the tunnels and the taxi. That's right. They were using the abandoned tunnels. I wouldn't call that an underpass.
No,
I'd call that
neither would I.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, I appreciate you telling me the correct answer, Matt. That's how we were able to get around. They're able to get around without being
It is a
noticed.
tragic situation, Vanessa. That's a good point. And this is handling it as well as any Kojima game does.
Mm-hmm.
Very badly.
What about when that lady has a bomb in her vagina
Our
in
son is dead?
Metal Gear
Anyway,
5?
let's recap the last 4 hours of video game time by making you have a little quiz.
Jim, I never played Metal Gear 5. How sensitively did Kojima handle the bomb in the vagina?
I don't think I played Metal Gear 5 either.
I played a bunch of that game, and I don't remember any vagina bombs, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I played some of it, but I definitely didn't play a lot of it.
So
It was
maybe-
super fun open world to run around in, but when the plot got going, I didn't give a shit, which is kind of how I feel about every Kojima game.
Next, what phenomenon was always observed in any location when Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? The sneeze. This is the phenomenon you're talking about? That's right.
Why are we doing this?
Well, recapping, I guess. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. You're correct. The sneezing was caused by the presence of the allergen Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They're using it to interfere with radio transmissions to keep people away. They probably were producing it intentionally themselves. The only region in the city where Snow 9 is still present are the areas around the Ina River. It's been cleared out of other areas because of danger.
Chris says the vagina bomb was Ground Zeroes, not Phantom Pain. Phantom Pain was the full game, right? That's the one I played.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I ever played Ground Zeroes.
Okay, wait. Is Ground Zeroes the full game or is the Phantom Pain?
No, I think Ground Zeroes was like the prequel 2-hour game.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
prologue.
Ground Zeroes was a prologue.
I should play that sometime. Accessible to the tube liner and near the Ina River, and we must not forget the 3 photographs that we found the Snatchers with. All of them relate to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. Okay, the map on the wall, Nielsen's apartment, the picture of the temple in the director's office at Queen's Hospital, and the photo of Red Square. Why do the Snatchers keep pictures and memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they come from? Homesick, get serious, Mika. They're robots, you know. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all 3 of these pictures?
And one is literally a map of the city.
Is it Russia?
The city of Russia?
The city of Russia.
Is it New York? Okay, fine. Moscow. This is a city they have in common. That's correct. It's Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. That must be the basis of their programming. Is Artie a Snatcher?
Are you a Snatcher, Artie? I swear to God, if you are, you have to tell us.
Just
That's
as
the law.
people have a hometown that is dear to them, their creators may have put a hometown into their programming, and they use very advanced artificial intelligence systems. So whenever they draw things, they always have too many fingers. And they needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Yeah, they're born out of nothing, but needed to give some kind of an image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home. And the place they found Jamie and I.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been
Snow?
recorded in Neo Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9.
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the
So
Ina
this
River.
isn't Moscow?
This blue area is that
I
in which
guess
Snow
not.
9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
What? They're so similar.
What's this?
And where was that dot?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal,
Oh,
before
fuck.
the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The
Wow.
Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Exactly
Metal,
where
what
he said
spot
they
in
would
Neo
be.
Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot.
Whoa!
Presently occupied
Wow.
by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
Tim
That's
Robinson
it.
should do all the
That's
voices.
their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go.
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at
But
that.
you're a girl.
So take me with you then.
You head to
I'd
the
be
summit
too
to
distracted
warn the
by your
delegates.
boobs.
They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
No kidding.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Like her bangs.
Don't say
So
it,
did
okay?
they determine finally that the hideout is in fucking Moscow, or
No.
what happened?
No,
Matt,
it's in a
it's
chorus.
here.
It's in Neo Kobe, in the corresponding
about dinner
location near
sometime?
the river that's similar to the one in Moscow.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Probably didn't have the budget
Not
to film
interested.
scenes in Moscow.
Yeah, it's
I thought it'd
true.
be nice
Well, they
Yeah.
don't have
Kick
time.
back, relax.
The Kyoto Summit's in
It's
3
Christmas
hours,
after
Matt.
all.
Christmas, huh?
So the bad guy's
I'll
lair
be
has
back
to
by
be
then.
there?
Gillian, we have to hurry.
Yes.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, she's got the eye
But I gotta
disease.
go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
I love the eye disease. All right, we're
Plot
going.
twist: Neo Kobe is Moscow. I mean,
What?
that would make as much sense as anything.
Artie has not
Turbo-cycle.
clarified whether or not he is a snatcher.
Yeah, Artie, we noticed that you stopped responding when we asked you if you were a snatcher.
Ooh,
And
the
since
hot
you
dog
do
controller.
legally have to tell
Oh
us.
yeah.
I forgot about the hot
Input
dog
the map data on
controllers.
the Gremlin's locations. Lift off.
Is this?
It's so that
is
you
the
can
game-
drive and snack.
Matt, you said there were 4 parts on the page. How many parts have we gone through?
One.
Flight
All right.
configuration, now gaining altitude.
Oh, he looks mad.
Jamie,
Yeah, he does.
please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind.
Oh
we're working
shit,
with a
Samu's a
strict time limit.
snatcher.
Oh, god damn it.
50-year debt.
Oh, well.
in 3
But I've
hours.
seen you out in the sun, Samu.
I welcome our new robot overlords. You know?
Yeah,
Snow.
snatch me.
Snow 9 to be specific.
Imagine a snatcher coming to snatch me and be like, actually, never
Direct
mind.
is dangerous.
Yeah, they take one look at me and they're like, pass.
Understood.
So they didn't notice that one part of the city has snow?
Complete.
They're not very good at their
We've
jobs.
arrived.
Well, it's Snow 9.
Yeah, it's
You
Snow
know.
9. It's artificial.
Okay. Let's go back to the Junker HQ.
No.
We've arrived at the church. Wow, now I know why they call it their Kremlin. Alright, investigate building. Building's about 50 years old. It appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance?
That was quite a stretch. Now I know why they call it their Kremlin.
It's a very
Okay.
old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. Appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. Okay, that's the stuff. Okay, cedar trees. Oh, given the season, a few Christmas lights
Oh,
would really climb it
boy.
up the steep.
I see you've given up on your Metal Gear voice.
Oh, sorry.
Given a few Christmas lights, really great time.
No, it's got to be higher pitched. Acid rain has seriously damaged many of the building's sculptures.
That's a good point, Vanessa. Artie is Schrodinger's Snatcher.
I mean, does that mean he simultaneously is and is not a snatcher?
Yeah, until we reveal whether or not he's a Snatcher, he's both. And neither.
Investigate. Area. There's nothing in the area besides the church. Investigate. Building. Okay. Go inside.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not
I like that he
surprising.
makes his
After
tiny
all, our
chicken-sized
friends always
robot
in and
go
out
ahead of
the
him to
basement.
open doors.
Well, why
How does
not?
it open doors?
It's not a person.
Does it have a little
All right.
He has a little arm.
1,
little
not a
grabber
person.
arm?
2,
Yeah, like
Fine.
R2.
3.
Oh.
Just
That got it.
okay.
I love the sound of metal walking. Ooh, this song. Yeah.
All right, Artie has confirmed it. Artie says he can't be a Snatcher because he doesn't like Snatch.
Wow. No doubt to their creator. That portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. Oh, yeah!
Whoa.
Holy shit! Is that
Zidane from Final
Yeah,
Yes,
is that Zidane? That's exactly what I was thinking. Vanessa's response to Artie was, "Yeah, it's not my favorite film either."
Is there a movie called Snatcher?
Yeah,
There's one
no,
called
Snatch.
There's a movie called Snatch.
You know what?
Artie
It's a
said he doesn't like
It's
Snatch.
a good movie. Investigate. Motion detector.
Get a look at that chair.
And look at chairs. Okay, they're called pews. Come on.
What do they call them?
Chairs.
Oh,
Oh.
Almost certainly caused by the Snatchers.
Yeah.
yeah, same. I was thinking the same thing.
Something
We're bringing
is
Guy
written
Ritchie jokes back.
on the painting. The creator, Modnar.
Whoa.
So this is Professor Modnar. The one the Snatcher was talking about, eh? Appears to be a portrait of that person. All right.
I'll admit I don't have a great memory of what Random looked like, but did he look like that?
Well, he didn't have that hair.
Kinda.
But yeah, the face is the same.
He looks kind of like Chucky.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, his face is kind of Chucky-ish.
Over 50 years ago. All right. Look at portrait. Yeah. This guy, isn't that random?
There we
Oh
go.
no. Isn't it
moment.
random that this guy's picture is here?
I'll compare the pictures
Nilbog
by
is
data on
goblin
random.
spelled backwards.
Random.
While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, positive identification is impossible as the picture is not a photograph. That just looks a little bit too much like him to be a coincidence. Perfectly quiet. Let's investigate the area. It's all very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's another room further back. All right, let's go back. Oh, I'm so scared.
Le gasp.
Snatchers!
They're all Snatchers.
Look at them all!
Look at them all!
I'm not picking up any energy readings. They're all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. So this is their warehouse, eh? There must be a few hundred of them back here. They will here. They will continue all the way back. Still, doesn't look like a factory to me.
Samu said only us Snatchers can say that word.
These are the endostructures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are still set to the smallest sizes.
If they all eventually just showed their robot faces anyway, why even bother putting the skin on?
Well, because you have to shoot the robot skin off.
You have to. You're shooting the skin off?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait, what did you just say?
Because, like, when you hit them, like, that's why their faces start showing look all...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like
What about
like
the
a
cab
Terminator.
driver? And maybe his skin just melted off?
He was the one that somebody realized he was a Snatcher, so he ripped half his face off to confirm that he was a Snatcher.
No, he was the one that... He was in that explosion, remember?
Owen says that he loves Snatch, and Samu says that he's partial to Snatch.
All they need is energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. Ooh, gender units. Tell me more about the gender units. I don't see any tools or equipment for maintaining anything in the area. This room would appear to be a storage area. Alright. Investigate motion detector. Nope, no motion. Look at area. Let's look at these containers. There's some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force? It would appear these Snatchers were brought to Neo Kobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems that the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched, just like when they found us. I see. So the Siberian investigative forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia and into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. Rather efficient system, is it?
That's not an efficient system at all.
I gotta tell you, the more they say the word snatchers, the more I hate it. Like,
I
what
wonder
a
where the
fucking
actual
term.
snatching takes place. The back part of this room may hold the answer to that question. All right, let's go. Are you ready,
A
Gillian?
little on the nose.
Now heading for the room farther back.
Yes, Chris, this has all been a Russian plot.
I don't know. I thought it was saying like it was basically the Siberian equivalent of the Junkers got taken over, and then whoa! Oh look, there's naked dudes and naked ladies.
Yeah, I didn't know we were gonna get. Is that why they call this act junk?
Yeah. The Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is
So
operating.
we can see boobs, but not peen.
Yeah.
is what
Why
I'm
can't I
understanding.
see? Why can't I
Computer
see
terminals
some
installed
Snatcher
on each
dick?
preservation cylinder.
Artie, that was a really suspicious thing to say.
There are
Now I
tubes
think
and
you are
wires
a
running all over
snatcher.
the place. Please watch your step. I like this music. These terminals must be connected to a host computer, which monitors conditions inside
I
each
like
of the
that one of those
cylinders.
guys is just a skeleton.
Yeah. Well, they haven't finished him yet. Investigate cylinder. These cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Ooh, endostructures? Here's the weak ultraviolet waves are being projected from above.
Ways.
Ways.
Waves?
Ultraviolet ways.
Oh, sorry. This is really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end. Well, I'm gonna sneeze everywhere. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side. Let's check out that terminal first. The power is on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people ready to be snatched is all being neatly processed. Ooh. Let's see.
Artie said that he's not suspicious at all. He said he'll have us know that he was born to a human family and raised by a father and a mother. Little human child, they called him.
All right. Oh, listen. Look at the door. Oh, no. I was saying it had a doorknob attached. Set so it cannot be opened from the inside.
The cheesiness of this sci-fi makes me want to watch a little Star Trek The Next Generation. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is very sophisticated equipment. I'm surprised the advanced level facility they have constructed. Oh, they're probably supplying their financial backers with snatchers as well. What?
Chris said hack the terminal and make them all look like Jay Leno. It's a great idea.
I think you could probably set it so that you could kill all of them or something.
That's
right?
less fun.
If I looked at everything. There's snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here. Ooh, the snatch process.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched.
I don't need this
The Snatcher's
explanation.
I do.
shape and size can be adjusted
Yeah, I
by
was about
expansion
to say,
or
where's the
contraction
skip
of sizing
cutscene
rods.
button?
Where's the
Their shape is
genitals?
controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point.
Yeah.
Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw.
It's a good question, Chris. When am I going to watch Babylon 5?
You just have to get over how dumb that one alien with the stupid hair looks.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't.
That was my problem getting into that show was, you know, the guys with like the big fan of hair.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because it looked so bad. It was such a terrible alien design.
Well,
I like the
I like
show.
I like how the snatchers are conveniently lined up
Yeah.
throughout the process, like a slideshow. Vanessa said, "Do they make sure that the artificial peen skin is extra soft and silky?"
They do.
Asking for a friend.
The friend is Jim.
synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as
Oh.
they look for wrinkles to simulate age.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
Yep.
With artificial skin maintenance being
Figured
handled
it
at
out.
Queen's Hospital.
But who is behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Oh shit! Shoot him.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the UK.
What? Holy fuck.
And you.
Gillian, you're
Imagine
here
waking up and being like, yeah, I'm a snatcher. Can't wait
They
to
were
see
looking
who
to
I
snatch
am.
every
And you're
VIP
fucking
at the
Donald
summit.
Trump.
last jumper. You. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd.
The idea that they should nuke this city is sounding smarter and smarter.
Chin said they had found
But aren't they in the
Well,
city
they'll
right now?
artificial skin.
Or is, oh no, it's in
Yeah,
Kyoto.
well,
They're
No,
in Kyoto.
those are the snatchers in the
idea.
tubs.
But
No,
the
no,
numbers
I was
seem
trying to
low.
remember
They're
where
in
the
Neo
conference-
Kobe, and they should probably nuke this site.
No, I was saying
From
are the
orbit.
politicians
We should destroy
in
everything.
Neo Kobe, but
Yeah,
they're in
because the
Kyoto.
Kyoto summit
Not
is in
until
like
we
3
found
hours.
Jamie.
Yeah, but that's
Who
in
fucking
Kyoto.
cares if the
How much time do we
politicians
have
live or
left?
die?
I
The
do.
summit should have begun by now. We
I
don't have much
don't.
time. And once our legal privileges are
They should be
suspended,
willing to
I
sacrifice
won't be
their
able to
lives
go.
for their
In
countries.
fact, I'd be forced to
I don't think
restrain
Trump's willing.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack
Great.
will leave just a large crater.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Why?
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
He wants to find and rescue
I can't transmit
Jamie.
here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
Oh, he's leaving. Separating.
All right,
Breaking up.
do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30
like this
minutes.
song.
You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian,
Sounds like
I'm sorry I
Fantasy
couldn't
Star.
help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be
You got
plenty.
stupid little legs,
Go, Metal.
robot.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
Fuck. 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
30
Oh,
minutes.
this is gonna be tight.
Well, what?
That room's
why
the
don't
only
you try
place...
Were you
to-
gonna fucking 30
Let's
minutes?
take a look.
Solve the Snatcher crisis. Finish the game.
Gillian!
Solve the Snatcher crisis.
Gillian!
Oh,
Whoa! John, shoot him!
shit. I wasn't ready.
I like that it makes him pull his pistol out, actually. That's fun. Wow, John's a pro gamer.
I am a pro
Yeah.
gamer.
I've seen him play PUBG, and it doesn't look like this.
Well, maybe PUBG should play more like Snatcher.
My favorite thing about watching John play PUBG is the way he crouch walks everywhere all the time.
Well, I don't want to get shot in the head.
Yeah, it doesn't stop you from getting shot in the head if you're crouching.
John, you're gonna die, dude. How many are there?
There's a lot.
Yeah. Wow. Game over to you.
Let's continue investigating. I don't want to quit investigating.
Continue investigate.
All right.
Do artificial peens come in different sizes and
Oh
attachments?
yeah, they have to match. Remember in
Are
the
you
movie-
using like a D-pad to move from square to square?
Yeah, he is.
It's also just a little not good. Like, it doesn't always let me
Wow.
plug in my controller because it's
That was hard.
not recognizing my inputs.
All right, well, that's it for our Snatcher stream forever. Thank you, Johnny, for trying to play this game.
No, I
Quit
can do it.
investigate.
I want to continue investigate.
Chris said, in the words of David Lynch, let's try that again, but good this time.
got this,
Who said
Johnny.
my people won?
Okay. Russia, go Russia! I'll try with the analog stick. Maybe that'll help. Oh. Nope, that doesn't work. Like I hit the button.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Doing so good. Oh, so good.
How many more of these are there?
I don't know. How long? Oh my gosh. This is insane.
Holy shit.
Come on!
Why?
Holy shit. Fucking great job, Johnny. That looked fucking hard.
John,
Legit.
I'm not gonna lie, that
All
was
right,
that was
let's open the
thrilling
next door.
content.
Hi, herbal snails. Herbal snails? Herbal snails.
Well, however you want. It's like an optional silent H.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Oh no!
Robots!
I like how he double taps them all like he's fucking John Wick, by the way.
You gotta double tap.
I mean, so far you've seemed like a pretty shitty junker. Gillian, not Johnny, but so far you seem like a pretty shitty junker, but you are now in the end game going full-blown fucking action hero.
Yeah.
I think you just killed 1,000,000 bugs and 100 snatchers.
Nice.
Jeez. These guys are
The
tough.
snatchers are easier
Of course,
than the
I
bugs.
Didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Heal, Johnny. Fuck!
Oh.
Don't shoot the girl. Don't shoot the girl.
Jamie.
I like that,
are you
though.
all right?
I really like
Gillian,
that.
You came
It
for
gives
me.
you the chance.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
I'm their mommy.
Artificial skin research. You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me.
Oh, no.
I had to help them with the skin development.
$10 says he
They said I
doesn't
had to
tell
help
her
them
like he
because
didn't
the
tell
professor
what's-her-face
was
about the dog.
It wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer
Tom
Harry,
said I
he's
thought
our
this was
son.
space
He's been
barrier
living on
for
his
a
own
minute.
now for 50 years.
What's that?
Jamie,
Space Harrier?
I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing
Yeah.
I could do. They forced me. But I
bet
can't
that's
do
what
it
he meant.
anymore.
Oh, he was about to tell her that Harry's dead.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor?
What?
This old man?
Modnar.
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner.
No.
Professor
She
Petrovich
fucking... He
Modner.
doesn't remember,
What?
lady.
This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Terrible.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
No, in fact,
James,
you've known that
tell
for
me who
seemingly
I am.
years, but suddenly
what are we
you
doing at
remember
the
and you're
Kremlin?
like, he must remember
Are
too.
you sure you really want me to, Gillian?
Yes.
It's all so awful.
Yes.
But if you must know, I'll tell you.
Please tell me.
Try to remain calm,
Tell her no.
okay?
Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
56 years ago, you and
Yeah.
I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project.
Oh, here we
It
go.
was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, The world's armies
that.
were at their largest ever. Leaders
So
still
that music.
believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over.
Well, that's
Communism
over with.
itself
Don't worry
was
about it.
facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher Project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
Wow, this really is just
That's right,
Putin's current working
To
agenda.
develop these robots, they assembled
But he
some of
doesn't
the
need
most
robots,
brilliant scientific
just
minds
money.
from around the world. Some of them were
And
even
racism.
Weak
against
men
their
and
will.
ignorant
At
populaces.
the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team.
Ooh.
You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology.
Oh, his
For
son.
nanotechnology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian.
What?
Early development was carried out.
This
around
guy's an
Novosibirsk.
idiot. He
It was later moved to a
sucks.
secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Cool.
Oh my gosh, I was CIA.
That's why
Me,
you
a
were sent to the
copper? I
Jungle
don't
Team.
believe it.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go
What's it
smoothly.
matter? Whoever you were died 50 years
But
ago.
then, on June 6th, 1996,
Oh, look at
there
all
was
those
that
fucking
accident.
hands.
A
That's a
mysterious
hand job
explosion
room,
at
right?
the
Yep.
Chernihiv facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere.
Wouldn't the arms go
destroying
the other way?
country.
Yeah, it
Just
seems
put it in.
inside out. It seems
Was it
backwards.
you? Did you
That's why it's a
start
hand
that
job room,
explosion?
Jim.
Oh.
What? You can't be
Lots of people can
serious.
reach in and you can
think I
move
caused the
around and
catastrophe?
get. Yeah, exactly. The old man
Somehow,
milker.
during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents.
So that's where I
Couldn't get
spent
out
my
in time.
childhood.
You and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a
Chris said I've
cryogenic
used one.
sleep.
Chris,
Our
don't
plan
tell
was
us
to
about
sleep
your
there until the
sexual
toxic effects
exploits.
of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special
Ooh, Andrew
Investigative
says they go
Force.
both ways.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Already.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive. Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little
Whoa.
story?
Great voice.
Yeah.
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie?
I think it's been like a week.
Gillian.
Maybe not even that long.
Wait, so who was the guy we met?
Fuck. Who's this?
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah?
Hideo
Is that
Kojima.
really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
So you remember me, do you?
Is this the guy from
I'm
Half-Life?
Elijah Modnar, the only son of
Yeah, this is the
Professor
G-Man.
Petrovich
Yeah.
Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah?
Whoa, fuck!
Oh, he's got
Oh
two
shit,
legs.
he's got two
He
legs.
passed away a few minutes ago.
What?
Daddy?
My father is dead?
Elijah, what
What the fuck is
what
random?
happened to you? The Elijah
Is
I
that
knew
random?
could never do anything
No.
like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
You can't.
What happened
40
to
years
me?
will change a person.
Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you?
Yeah.
No, you
Jamie,
don't.
It's you.
No, please don't.
Your
Actually,
beauty
let's
is
just.
the cause of all that has come to pass here.
What?
Foot suckers
57 years
is
ago,
what Herbal Snails
I
called
was
that.
obsessed with my research, yes, and with you, Jamie.
Sammy said
At the
Dad.
time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree.
I wanted to fuck you
My
hard.
father's connections got me on
Pardon?
the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I
You
saw
had
something
gams
in
that
the
went for days.
women of my own country.
Built like an
You
interstate
warmed
clover
my
leaf,
cold,
made for
young
speed
heart,
with
Jamie.
all the right
You opened me
curves.
up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there,
Herbal
watching
Snail
over
said
me,
this is a real
I was
pleasure
able to
palace.
work as hard as I ever
Chris
had
said,
on
oh
the
god,
project.
he's an incel.
Is that what's going on?
However,
I don't
my
fucking
happiness
know,
did
John.
not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship
Okay.
grew quickly.
Chris nailed it.
All I
He
could
really
do
is an
was
incel.
stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love.
I like these
joined,
red
and
memories.
even had a child.
Look at how Maddie looks.
Why is that little boy so angry?
Then my feelings for you
That's
only
true.
grew stronger. Worried about
I'm random and I'm
having
mad.
me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted
I can't tell if that's
to
supposed to be
near you.
like a girl carrying her dress behind her, or if
And
that's
then
like a really
The
enthusiastic
democratic
dog.
movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well.
Sephiroth in a bow
The
tie.
Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate
Why would
T
Jamie help
lymphocytes,
design
Langerhans
Snatchers?
cells or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult.
Vanessa said,
Yeah.
gosh, this is so interesting.
Yes. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason,
You wouldn't sleep with me, so I decided to kill
and
everyone.
effectively kill the population of the country was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
Oh no, it's a milking room.
That's right.
So that's how
Attack
those
Orion
hands
and
look
virus,
when
which
you
another
don't put your
team
hand
was
in it.
developing.
Like when you pull your hand out, it
For
goes inside
someone
out,
like
man.
myself,
Yeah.
So
was
that's
closely
normal.
involved in the project.
It's not a man milking.
Blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying?
You don't know what it
That
is,
explosion killed half
Johnny.
the world's
It's
population.
like a hazardous material
I
handling
moved
lab.
all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed.
I'd like to
my
know how
own
pulling it
original
inside out
system.
makes it dry.
After sealing
If
off
it's
the lab,
damp on the inside
brought
and
the
you
two
pull
of
it
you with
inside
me
out,
to the underground shelter, and we
Think
entered
about
our
it.
cryogenic
Think about
suit.
what you're saying, that.
But
Think
not
about it.
before I programmed an
the inside would
atmospheric
still
research
just stay
satellite
damp. It would just
to
collect in there and stay
transmit a wake
gross.
signal when the danger from Lucifer
Yeah, but
Alpha had
I mean, the whole
passed.
point is that you don't
And
touch
10 years
radioactive
later,
stuff.
Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no.
You ever realize
No, it
that you
worked.
didn't flip
Just
your
as
laundry from the
planned.
washer to the
It
dryer
revived
3
me
hours
10
later?
years
Yes.
later, a little sooner than the two.
I
of
usually
you, of
remember the
course.
next day.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion
Chris
and
just
everything, you should
posted
have been
a
exposed.
glove box.
Why weren't you?
Oh, I was.
In the Discord.
By that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
Shut this man up.
Everything went just as you planned it then.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come.
Oh.
My original plan was to revive Jamie as well.
Oh.
And for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the
Look how
pod.
sad he is.
Besides, I could never have convinced
Look
you
at
to
those
work
bangs.
with
Yeah, I
the
agree.
project anyway. I knew the time
Those aren't
was
bangs.
not yet right.
They're
so I
like
changed
waterfall
the
hair.
timers of your pods
Is this
to
old man modeled
permanent
after that?
on.
What was the name of that guy who
How could you do such a thing?
autoerotically
Random?
asphyxiated himself?
And so
David
for the next
Carradine?
40 years,
Yeah, David
I
Carradine.
worked
don't
alone
think
in
so.
that cold
This
and
was
dreary
before
room
Kill Bill.
Carradine-ish.
Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial
Oh yeah, that's
skin
true.
for the
This was made a long
Snatchers.
time ago.
For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still,
Herbal Snail said, "Hurry it up, pal. Some of us are getting our feet
you were
sucked."
always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years.
Basically,
Dark cellar.
he's
No,
You poor,
I also
poor
am
man.
barely hanging on, paying attention to anything this man says.
And
Didn't
then,
get to fuck,
3 years ago, my
made
research was
robots,
finally
I think is
completed.
what I have taken away.
First, I snatched the Siberian
Feist?
Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers.
Oh.
Then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations. I
We
chose
already
Neo
figured all
Kobe
this
City
out.
to be
Yep.
my
Snatch
experimental
operations.
Neo Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site.
Yeah.
And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques.
Sounds
In
like a
addition,
DEI
the element of
practice.
suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Holy shit.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid.
Is my
For
controller
my
going to power
research
off
for
at some
40
point?
years, I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing
Your computer's
seemed to
gonna
work.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's
Why
you
haven't
decided
they
to bring Professor
re-released
Wagner
this
here,
game?
right?
On
That's
modern
correct.
systems.
I discovered my
I
father
can't
in
think.
one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
He was, though.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have...
Samu has a great
Great?
question,
allowed
which is that,
to be taken
Johnny,
into
did you
custody
know
by
this
the
game was gonna be this bad?
I remember the Act 3
Just
being
what are
really
you trying
talky.
to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
This is it, John.
I'm
The
more
game's over.
interested in discovering
You don't
what
play
kind of
anymore.
human animal.
Really?
Past,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's still like an
Because of
hour
Jamie.
left.
my
Holy
motive is different
bud.
now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Oh.
Humans are
damn
such
scientists.
weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another.
We should cut all their
the
funding.
tiniest speck of
No, we
Just
should.
from the, just to
For
give you
wrestling.
guys a hint, just from the guide,
Look at how
don't
the
shoot
Snatcher
was
problem
number
caused such
3, and it
wild
was
unrest.
don't shoot the silhouetted
No matter
figure.
how much science
And
advances
that is
or
the
how
end of
high
the
we set
game.
our ideals,
And it is just
I
still
want-
going.
to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely
Listen, when
doubt
you're
it will be able
15,
to
this
reach
seemed
any
way
greater
cooler.
level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader. A firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
This is a MAGA thing.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no
I'm looking at
reason to suspect
another
and
guide
they can
to see
easily
if they
become
mention
their
how
gods.
long
Indeed,
the
a new
finale
race
is.
of
And there's an
superbeings.
FAQ below
We are
the ending.
almost there.
And the first
Once
frequently
we
asked
perfect
question
the
is, can you
artificial
ever
skin,
go on a date with
Snatchers
Mika?
will transcend and become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
Oh my God, we're still
I no
talking
longer
about
have any
skin?
use for my father.
That's
I
still
have
a
sample
thing?
of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as
like
much
his
as
hat.
I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
Oh. Well, that's good.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
I don't understand
Why
no
don't you
science.
take a look at this.
He's talking
His
about
penis.
his foreskin.
We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Oh, it's random.
Wow.
Random.
Robot.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid
Oh,
was constructed
no.
by my father without
More
my knowledge.
lore.
He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This
Oh.
bioroid caused me serious difficulties.
So
It's
Random was a
designed
good
and
guy.
built far better than my Snatchers.
Do you think that chair he's in is
The
also a
machine itself
toilet?
thought it was
Yeah, oh yeah.
human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those two were a
He got like
parent's
tubes
Sorry,
going into his
lame
butt.
He said something dumb.
Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
My father,
Wow.
silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect. Even the
Pooping while his
bioroid
foot gets
itself
sucked.
believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
Sammy said
What
this
does
guy's
the
wearing a
summit
janitor outfit.
Nothing
He
holds
is.
us back now that we have this perfect skin.
He's like
we
Ati
can
from
go
Control.
anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will
Owen
be
said,
able to
"What's
stop
more,
me.
his artificial bean
Politics
skin
and
is
free
top
thought
of the
will no
line."
longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
The cost?
You
Yeah, the cost.
egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul.
What?
What do you hope
Oh,
to gain
God.
from this anyway?
What?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools.
It's not a good angle for him.
No.
I'm different. I will be its savior.
Show feet.
Indeed, not just of
Show feet.
mankind, but of all life on the planet.
A snackery?
I'm afraid that won't be
Snatchery?
possible.
Metal!
Oh,
In
fuck!
10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam.
Then why are you strapped with...
The attack
Why they got a fucking suicide vest on?
The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stuck
cool to give them a nice warning so they can get some snatchers out.
Not have my research destroyed by some...
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how the footsucker gets out. He seems to be attached to the floor.
What happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city.
So you failed. We asked you to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, Mika.
I mean, I'll just say again, it feels like that's probably the right decision.
Is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck.
He is strapped.
This is our last chance. I will handle things
Little
here.
chicken legs.
Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
Why are they afraid? Do Snatchers like make more Snatchers?
Yeah.
With this. If you were the
How?
aiming point for the beam,
Science.
Artificial skin.
thrown out of here.
But how do they put a whole robot together? It doesn't make any sense.
They're smart.
They like building these guys out of like toasters in people's houses.
Uh-oh. The robots are coming online. Uh-oh. Do I have to do anything?
I don't know.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always
he
were a real
cowardly?
pain in the butt.
Random.
What?
Random.
What's that?
Yeah.
What? How did... You're supposed to be...
Why is he dressed like
deactivated.
Billy Idol?
I don't go down that
He's
easy,
dressed
old
like
man.
fucking Sting from Dune. We've
Oh,
already
that's
gone
right.
over this.
Foolish.
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off. Random! I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
What? Is he good or bad?
Gillian,
What? Who is the main character of this game?
outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton. Of a machine.
Just kill him.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's my will.
Rip his head off.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must
Whoa.
go. And don't forget to take care of
Very
the
prescient about AI and the future.
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction... Yeah, I know what you mean.
What?
Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random. Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most
What?
recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay?
What about the
Bak,
Kremlin?
bak.
Are they also going
Bak,
to blow up the
bak.
Kremlin?
Oh.
They're
Okay, Metal.
they're under the Kremlin.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
they're in the Kremlin.
They're under the Japanese Kremlin. They're not under the real
This is
Kremlin.
their Kremlin,
Oh.
Johnny. This is what they meant by the Kremlin.
Oh, I thought they meant back in Russia.
But like, aren't the robots still being made in Russia?
That's what I
Just
thought.
shipped.
Let her go.
Yeah.
Shipped here.
You pathetic old fool. You don't even know how to love someone.
Aw.
You
What?
stupid machine.
The only thing you
Isn't that
snatched was love.
friend's supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Rip his head off.
There's
Yeah.
less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're
Thank
a hell
you.
of a
Thank you.
junker.
3, 2,
One.
here it comes!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot.
Uh.
I mean, I assume the old man is just focused on his feet getting sucked. You know what I mean? Like this is how I'm going to spend my last moments. Wow, look at that milk.
Wow.
Wait, Is the city destroyed
Did
too?
you get a bad
Yeah,
ending?
they just fucking blew up the whole city. So how are dipshit and dumbass supposed to survive this?
John, you promised live action.
Yeah, there's some
In
live
the
action
ending.
footage coming up.
Okay.
Is there?
Just of nuclear testing, I believe. I distinctly remember
Oh.
that from when I was a teen.
Is this the ending?
Yeah.
How the fuck did they survive?
Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now.
Aww.
Wait for me.
What?
I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs.
Okay, there is a factory in Russia.
Jamie, when I
Yeah.
get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
No.
I'm in a relationship.
Me and Random are kind of hooking up.
It is taking her a long time to respond.
Hey.
You're here too?
You better be happy.
I found my
with all
fucking
these
dead
beautiful
dog,
girls.
you monster.
That's how Vanessa enters.
came.
That's how Vanessa enters the
Let
room.
me introduce
She
my
never
wife.
responded to him.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with
God,
her
I
on
would hope
video
so
phone
because
a
you
lot
were
of times.
nude in his
What?
bathroom.
Have you
2
guys
days
been
ago.
talking about me behind my back?
His eyes look really creepy right now.
They do.
Looks like you ever see that movie Alita Battle Angel? Oh. Look at Katrina. This kid's had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. Look
Yeah.
at Mika. She's done a really great job.
To look at Mika, it says to look at Mika 3 times.
For a lot of thanks. Look at Mika. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up. Look at Mika. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up.
And it says to talk to Katrina 4 times.
If you look at Katrina 3 times, will she
you're
take her
supposed
clothes
to-
off again?
You're supposed to talk to Mika 3 times,
that I
talk
wanted
to
to.
Katrina 4 times, and talk to Jamie twice.
Okay. Mika 3
FYI.
times.
Yeah.
Try and learn more about you is what got our relationship
Yes,
started.
they are just over their dead son.
Before I knew it, we really came close, didn't we?
I mean,
Our
he had a
relationship
full
has
life
gone
as
beyond
a
just being
successful
friends.
janitor.
I
Beyond
really
friends.
need to say again that he was like, "Do you want to move back in together?" And she didn't fucking respond to him, which is a big fat no.
She's probably really grateful that those 2
No.
other ladies showed up.
I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time. She told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Oh. With even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. They're both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got 2 real sisters now.
Oh my God, they're sister wives. Is that the implication here?
I'm really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why?
Yeah, who
Because
cares?
getting
What's
your
it got
memory
to do with
back will mean
anything?
You'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things that I hated. What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married's all about. Charlie Brown. Gillian. Don't worry, no memories will change how I feel about you.
Or these other 2 ladies that I apparently am marrying.
While you're
Yeah,
away,
new
I hope
option,
it's okay
harem.
for Jamie to come and live with me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. It will shorten my commute as well, so I'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Great, I'm so happy. Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes. I'm so tired of living alone. Maybe I'll ask Katrina if... Wow, she's really giving Gillian some subtle answer here.
No, this is
Yeah.
all 3 of these women hate him.
I feel almost as if I got a new little sister. It's really wonderful. That's how friends work. It's like Matt's my younger brother and Jim's my younger brother. And Vanessa's my little sister.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will...
Well, they
end up being
nuked
our
the
last
fucking
mission.
city. You survived
originally,
somehow,
they were planning
and
on disbanding the
unfortunately.
team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
That's how that works.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Harry.
Harry's
But he's a
dead.
junker now. That's a junker version.
Aren't they?
of Harry.
But once he
Snatcher?
destroys that factory, aren't they going to be out of a job?
Oh, he's the new captain. Have a new
Oh.
ship, Captain Seed.
Captain Seed.
What, me a captain? Not a bad first rank for someone like me who was in the military.
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back
sounds
from
like
this job,
Phoenix
you
Wright
still have
music.
a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry.
Oh my
I won't forget
God.
my promises to either of you. Oops. Almost
This
forgot.
is the
Of
worst
course, I
ending
wanna
to a
spend some
video
private
game
moments
I've
with my
ever had
wife
the
too, huh?
fucking mispleasure
wrong,
of
Jamie?
experiencing.
Is Jamie gonna be a
The end.
snatcher? Oh,
Harry
Is
and
that
I will be
Harry's
waiting
hat?
for you to get home.
That's
Harry.
Harry's hat.
We can do it this
Yeah.
time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
I'm gonna wear his hat on my boob.
Wait! Wait for me!
It says heritage, not hate.
Please!
You?
A Sega CD?
Metal?
I hate this.
So this is just
How
a
did he
temporary
survive a
body.
nuclear
Just call me
blast?
Metal Gear. Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
I think the only person getting their feet sucked in this game is Sega.
I mean, this is basically Astrobot, right?
Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me.
Is Harry not dead?
Please, Gillian. Please.
Should we have got medical attention for him?
Hurry up
You're
and get
not
on
very
board.
useful as a Sega CD, Metal Gear.
Oh, gotta go. Our thruster jets are lighting up. Oh, we shouldn't have been standing behind that transport.
That'd be funny if all three of those women were incinerated.
You will make America great again one day, Harry.
I thought there was FMV of a nuclear explosion. Was I wrong? Or was that just Metal Gear 1? Or
Wasn't that earlier in the game?
Oh, maybe. I must be mixing it up with Metal Gear Solid.
Throughout history, suspicion
Oh, boy, who's
has
this?
always bred conflict.
Great. Good
Real
observation,
conflict,
Kojima.
though, resides in people's hearts.
What?
This conflict has just begun.
What?
Snatcher.
Okay, I guess I was wrong about the FMV. Sorry, Jim. That must have been
That's okay.
Metal Gear Solid.
All right,
Well,
Johnny, you did
Good
it.
job.
You really did it.
Thanks,
And
Jeremy
I guess
Flaustein.
I just don't get the joke, Johnny.
Oh, it's Chris's brother. That's why he knows all about this game. Oh, I love this music. Yeah. Oh. Hey guys, are you having a cool time here with this?
It really
cool
was about
music?
2 hours, actually. That kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, John. What are we? So, have we decided what we're doing next
Is that
stream?
Matt's choice or yeah, it's
Fucking
Matt's choice.
find out next week, motherfuckers.
All right.
That'll be fun.
I'll tell you what it's not going to be. Snatcher. You're welcome.
Can we do police knots instead?
Artie says I'm playing Blood and Iron. I don't know what that is, so don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh no, I've cut off that text somehow. Weird.
Yeah, that's right. I'm streaming Bloodborne. It'll be one
cool.
episode.
I'll
Wow,
join
you can
you
beat
for
the
that.
whole game in
we can,
one
We
episode.
can all
Speed
co-op.
run.
One episode.
Let's all
I'll fight those
co-op,
werewolves. They'll kill
yeah.
me 10 times. I'll throw my controller on the ground.
Not if
we'll
we all
never
play
stream
co-op
again.
together. All three of us. We could totally do that. That'd be amazing. I'd love it.
We're not doing that.
Oh.
Stop saying we're doing that.
I just said I would love it. Vanessa wants me to play Herb Sims in the City because it has the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh shit!
Matt,
it's
you should
random.
play that Rock A City game. It's supposed to be
I
really
said
terrible.
that I will. You'll find out next week, is what I said. Did I say give me a bunch of suggestions?
Didn't say not to.
I implied it.
We can all play Borderlands, Vanessa. There's 4 of us.
Borderlands Vanessa? Which version is that?
Ooh, look at her hair. She's got Bayonetta hair.
She looks like an adult now, for the first time.
Oh.
Well, Vanessa's upset.
There are 4 of us, Vanessa said. This 3 of us talk. So offensive.
Well, I was just because Bloodborne's only
Man.
3-player, and you hate Souls games.
Also, you don't really stream with us very often.
Yeah, that's also true.
This is a self-inflicted wound.
Ooh, yeah. Wow,
That
a
almost
lot
looks
of,
like my name.
a lot of these Ray Van Steen and Jim Parks, they did a lot of voices.
That's maybe, Samu. Maybe this stream is just going to be all of us jorking it. You know?
No.
Aaron Sorkin it.
Sorkin and Jorkin?
Yep, Sorkin and Jorkin. Which is to say, walking through a hallway and chatting.
So that guy was your son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, the ginger. The ginger janitor. I think that his hat says Janker, actually, which is weird. It's like a play on words for his job title.
Well, both of my parents had dark hair, and Allison and Nick, when they were young, had super blonde hair.
That's normal for, that's actually pretty normal for young children to just be blonde at birth.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is normal for kids to be, not all kids, but for some kids to just be super blonde and then very quickly...
Well, they were blonde until their teens, basically.
Yeah, yeah. My kids were like that. They're both brown-haired now. My brother was like that. My mother was like that.
Look at Random's cool gun.
Yeah. Cool sawed-off shotgun, bro.
I always hope that at the end of the credits in a video game, they always say, "And special thanks to you."
Yeah,
Makes me feel
I want to be
nice.
thanked for playing.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go have a shower and go to work.
I always hope there's going to be an end credit scene that sets up another movie that may or may not get made.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Especially when it doesn't get made and it's like, you thought you were going to have a sequel. Oh.
Remember how Hercules was at the end of one of the Thor movies? That's never coming back.
Oh, yeah.
He was?
Never.
At the end
Remember how
Love and Thunder,
was it King
yeah, I think
Kong
it was.
or King Kong's roar at the end of Deep Rising? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was wild.
Fucking awesome. Remember how at the end of the first Mortal Kombat movie, they set up a sequel that never got made?
Wait, there's Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Johnny Cage is still alive.
Yes.
All right, that's
And
it.
the worst movie, Thor 4 already came out, Artie. Yeah, grow up.
Thor 4?
Thank you so much for joining us, chat.
thanks.
We appreciate you coming along on this snatchy ride. We'll be back next week with something
TBD.
I'll never tell until Wednesday. And please check out the podcast, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast. We'll be watching GoldenEye this month. Is that a weird thing for a JRPG podcast to do? Yes, it is, but it's even weirder that Jim has never watched a James Bond movie.
Golden Eye. That's my Tina Turner impression.
Golden Guys. That's going to be the name of the episode.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Bye.
On the water, more than darkness in the depths.
Johnny, hit the fucking
Other
end button.
girls, they gather around him on the way.